Welcome to part 2 of the Introduction to DaVinci Resolve series. This video will focus on how to edit video files in your project. Specifically, we will learn the following techniques: cutting a video file, reordering your video files, and resizing a video file. This video will build on the knowledge gained from part 1, where we looked at the basic steps for creating a simple video on DaVinci Resolve, namely creating a new project, understanding workspaces, importing and adding media, and saving and rendering a project. If you haven't already, try to watch part 1 first to help you follow along with this video. In addition, if you're editing a video with us, make sure you've created a project and that you've imported some video files to practice editing. Let's begin. Cutting a video file, method 1. Within your project, ensure you're working in the editing workspace. Then add a video file to your timeline. You can cut your video file at a certain point by moving the orange line or the playhead to where you would like your video to end. Once you've selected your chosen point, click on the blade tool and then use it to click on the playhead. This will cut your video into 2 separate sections. Delete the section you no longer need by right-clicking on the clip and choosing Delete Selected. Cutting a video file, method 2. You can also cut your video down to size by dragging the front and back ends of your video clip inwards. To do this, make sure your mouse is in selection mode. In order to cut your video from the beginning of the clip, hover your mouse at the front till it changes to the following symbol. From there, click and drag your video clip to the right until you reach the point you would like your video clip to start at. You can apply a similar technique to the end of your video clip. Simply hover your mouse at the end of the video clip until it changes icons. Then click and drag the video clip until it reaches the point you would like the clip to end at. You can apply either technique according to what you prefer. However, method 1 works best with long video clips, while method 2 is better for shorter video clips that you'd like to refine more. Reordering your video files. You may have video projects where you've included a number of video files. There may also be times where you realize that your video clips are no longer in the order you require. You can change the order of your video files in your timeline. To do this, make sure that your mouse is once again in selection mode. Click on the clip you wish to reorder. Select Edit from the top bar, and then click either Swap Clips to the left or right, depending on which direction you need your clip to move. It may feel intuitive to simply drag and drop the clip along the timeline until it's in the right sequence. You can do this, however, be aware that doing so will insert your chosen clip and overwrite parts of the clip you are moving your chosen video files over. It will also cut this clip in half. If you don't want this effect to happen, make sure to use the Swap Clips functionality. Resizing your video clip. Finally, let's look at resizing your video clips. There may be times where you want to change the size of your clip in relation to the screen. For example, when you want to zoom into the clip, or you want a vertically aligned video to fit into a horizontal screen, you can use this technique for these situations. Firstly, click on the clip you wish to resize. Then, click on the Inspector tab on the top right-hand corner of your workspace. Head to the Transform section, and then click on the Unlink button. You are now able to change how your clip fits vertically and horizontally on the screen. For example, to change how your clip fits vertically, click on the numbers next to the Zoom X row. You can input a number manually, where smaller numbers will zoom your clip out, while larger numbers will zoom in. Alternatively, you can hold the mouse once you click and simply move your mouse forward and backwards. The forward motion will zoom in, while the backwards motion will zoom out. You can apply a similar concept to the Zoom Y row, where you can also change how the selected video clip fits horizontally on your screen. An important thing to note is that you'll need to change both the X and Y figures equally if you don't want your image to be stretched vertically or horizontally. Let's recap. You have just learnt some basic examples of how you can edit your video clips. You can now cut a video file, reorder your video files, and resize your video clip display. Stay tuned and follow on to part 3, which will focus on adding text and simple transitions.